Yeah, what's funny about the Kamala Harris defeat is that like
Ooh,
I rang the alarm bells over and over again, and people would yell at me,
what does that
and
mean?
then still there is this contingency online of people who are just like drama focused and deeply
What alarm did he ring? He was not particularly aggressive about getting people to get out and vote for Kamala, even though she would have been better for the country. Or at the very least aligns more with left values. He's like looking at me. It's making me uncomfortable. Um, yeah, that's what he did. And then afterwards, he's like, she would have been the same. It's like, oh, you're being ridiculous, but okay.
serious that are basically
I would argue that he did more damage to like the Democratic Party than any Republican did, because he wouldn't like be like, "Hey guys, this is not the optimal choice, but we have to vote for it. It's so much better than Trump."
trying to move what remains of their increasingly
I
small
don't think that under Kamala Harris, Netanyahu would have felt super confident and comfortable to be like, "Hey guys, we got to do propaganda on TikTok." I don't think that we would have seen that under Kamala Harris. So, I mean, Jesus Christ.
sliver of an audience in the direction of angst and animosity against me individually. And
Yeah.
they just keep saying over and over again, like, I was responsible for her defeat.
I wouldn't say you were holy, but you definitely didn't help.
And it's so fucking stupid
So stupid, dude.
because most liberals, most normie liberals don't see it like that at all.
Most normally liberals don't know who the fuck you are, so of course they wouldn't see it like that.
So it's become this weird thing that if you're on Reddit too much, if you watch Sex Pestany, if you watch Ethan Klein, right? If you watch
Does he not have a name for Ethan Klein yet?
those guys, you literally think like, oh yeah, no, this is right. He did actually cost the election.
He might have.
Because that's all you're getting. That's
I wonder where this comes from. Like, I don't really. It's such a weird thing because what's happening right now, what Hasan does consistently, is he does this like rewriting of history thing all the time. Like he says something dumb as fuck, and then he just said like a year later he says it again, but he says it in a way where he didn't say it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, how do you? I don't get it because I could never do that. I could never just outright lie. It's very strange. It's like I don't understand. Like, how does that? I guess that strategy just works for him. I guess the feedback loop is it works. It gets people riled up and go like, "Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right." It's just this constant strategy of just lying over and over and over again, and then eventually some people start to believe it as time goes on. That's what it seems like it is.
that's the avenues that you're getting your information from. But their fucking parents, like their grandparents, the Barbers and the Debras, do not feel that way.
Barbers and the Debras.
Because when they hear my commentary, they go, no, that actually does make sense. Why didn't the Democrats do this?
What? Like, why didn't they do what?
And it's very strange that, the more.
I think the funnier part is that, like, after Mamdani one, he tried to, like, bandwagon it and try to get into, like, some fucking, I don't know, event, and they wouldn't let him in. He's like, well, I'm kind of a big deal.
Online you are, the more online brain poisoned you are.
Yeah.
And the more
I do be brain poisoned.
more you get your information from these like deeply unserious places that are simply using,
I don't
world changing political events, specifically to drive home whatever kind of personal animosity they have towards a content creator that they despise.
He has that one thing. They do have personal animosity towards him. I think, well, specifically Ethan, because they were supposed to be friends, and like Hasan let their audience, Hasan let his audience like batter down Ethan constantly. So that like for calling him like a baby killer, despite the fact that he is not that, and he's always been pro-Palestine. So like there is the animosity there. So there's like your 1%, it's like your 5% truth and 100%, like a 95% lie. And that 5%'s big. We know that. So, I mean, he has that much. Well, I told the truth about that thing. So I wonder if there are people who take that one little truth and go like, oh yeah, that is true,
Like they have their own personal agendas is what I mean. And a lot of people cannot shake themselves out of that stupor, and it frustrates me to no end.
Why does he always look for this type of attention when he's like in a hotel? I think Hasan is addicted to like social media attention, positive or negative. And you know what? There's also something else that I think people should keep in mind about Hasan Parker is that he never, no one knows him for being like on the left. Like if you were like, how do you know? Like you might know him as a person on the left, but no one knows him for that. Every single time somebody talks about him, it's like, oh yeah, the guy who has a viral clip shocking his dog, the guy who has a viral clip of saying we deserve 9/11, the guy who has the viral clip of waving a gun around and insinuating violence onto somebody, the guy, the viral clip of where he says that Ethan Klein's wife is a valid military target or gestures at it. It's always a viral clip online of him, the viral clip of one of his supporters saying, hey, please stop drinking things off the BDS list publicly on your stream, and him going, whoa, I didn't know. I love Palestine, but I don't know anything about it. That's it. And so he's like, this guy, nobody knows him for being like a left-leaning person. Everybody knows him for viral clips of him acting like a fucking idiot moron. So it's just like, it's interesting. And I think that's why nobody actually takes him meaningfully seriously. Honestly. And every time somebody tries to, they get laughed at and mocked. Taylor Lorenz.